Joining us this evening on debate number 2, we'll introduce the ladies first. Nirmala Sitharaman, National Spokesperson of the BJP. Good evening. Saba Naqvi, Political Editor, Outlook. Good evening to you two. And also, good evening to C R Kesavan, Spokesperson, Congress, and Sudhindra Bhadoria, Leader, BSP. But the first question goes to Gaurav Bhatia, National President, Legal Wing of the Samajwadi Party. Gaurav Bhatia, सपा की कथनी करने में बहुत फर्क है, and actions speak louder than words. You are worried about the BJP onslaught in Uttar Pradesh, isn't it?
The only thing that the Samajwadi Party is worried about is that the BJP would try again to incite communal feelings. They'll again try the politics of communalism the way they did in Muzaffarnagar riots by orchestrating those riots, by sending Mr. Amit Shah to Ayodhya when he started his campaign, and now the development man
of the claim,
BJP,
Mr. Bhatia.
Mr. Narendra Modi,
Prove
not
the claim, Mr. Bhatia.
Any other constituency.
Who's trying to polarize right now?
I will prove it.
Who's trying to polarize right now?
That's the point, isn't it, Gaurav? By fielding Mulayam Singh from Azamgarh, is the Samajwadi Party also not relying on polarizing votes? Is the Samajwadi Party also not looking to polarize votes by fielding Mulayam Singh from Azamgarh?
Let me make my point. I request you, and you will get your turn as well. The point that I'm trying to make is Muzaffarnagar riots happened because of the BJP. The MLAs who were the accused in those riots were felicitated by the BJP. Amit Shah goes to Ayodhya and says that Ram Temple would be built here when the matter is pending before the Supreme Court. Mr. Narendra Modi calls himself the symbol of development, but he does not choose any constituency which is deprived of development. He goes for Banaras. Why? Because they want to send a message. There is this Hindutva agenda that they have, but it's a hidden agenda, and they want to talk about development.
Who's responsible for the 246 incidents across Uttar Pradesh? Is everything because of the BJP? So Samajwadi Party government there absolves itself of all responsibility for the many lives that have been lost. 243 incidents. Who's communalizing? Who's polarizing? How can you point fingers at the other party
Narendra Modi
without holding yourself accountable?
Apologize for the Godhra riots even till now. He is not spoken.
Let's talk about 2013. Let's talk about Samajwadi Party. Let's talk about Uttar Pradesh. That's the point right now.
I think
Gaurav Bhatia, before you point fingers at the BJP and blame the BJP or Amit Shah for Muzaffarnagar, who's accountable for 243 other incidents?
Who said that?
Who's trying to polarize votes?
The Muzaffarnagar riots.
Why is Mulayam Singh fielding himself from Azamgarh?
On a public platform said that.
Why is Mulayam Singh fielding himself from Azamgarh?
Gaurav, just explain that.
Does he have the courage to say the same?
What is the, you were talking about the agenda behind Varanasi, so what is the agenda behind Azamgarh then? Why Azamgarh? What is the specific agenda behind the choice of Azamgarh?
If there is any party that can stop the BJP from spreading its communal venom, it's the Samajwadi Party.
How so?
If there is any leader, it is Mr. Mulayam Singh Yadav who can counter their communal venom.
But you've been saying there is no Modi wave.
Why is Mulayam Singh then not taking Narendra Modi on from Varanasi?
But your party has been saying there is no Modi wave. You've been saying there is no BJP wave. Then why this sudden
one by one.
rush?
I request both of you not to simultaneously ask two questions, please.
Yeah. So yes, go ahead, Gaurav Bhatia.
I was only saying that if you pay attention, the 4 lists that BJP have released, I was going through them. There are 210 candidates that they have declared. Only 5 of them are from the Muslim community. And this has happened in the past also.
Who's trying to polarize
what
again?
We are talking about is a serious
trying to polarize again?
Of inclusiveness.
Nirmala Sitharaman, please respond to that. Nirmala Sitharaman, please respond to that.
If of minorities means communalizing the election, then you can blame us for that. We are talking about upliftment for the minority community, and their own list shows.
No, but
how
by
they have not
profiling
been
candidates
inclusive
along
in their
these
approach.
lines, who is actually raking up the issues of, polarity of votes and communalism? Nirmala Sitharaman, please respond to what Gaurav Bhatia is saying.
With due respects to Mr. Bhatia, he's pouring his heart out. If he doesn't take that I'm being disrespectful of his view, it was a diatribe. First they complained saying, oh, he's a leader confined to Gujarat. He can't even come anywhere outside. Now he comes to Uttar Pradesh and says, right, I contest from a place here. Then they say, oh no, you saw the way he's polarizing. He goes there and says, let us be very clear, we want to address the aspirations of all the population. We are not talking about any one community. And then we hear Mr. Bhatia looking into the BJP's list and say, how many Muslims? I don't think he should be spending time on these sort of things.
Why shouldn't I question that? Nirmala Sitharaman ji, this same thing happened in Gujarat. Out of the 180 seats, there was not even a single person from the minority community.
If the attempt is to shut me up, I'll keep quiet. But I think when I have not interrupted when he spoke,
pointing out
a complete diatribe, I have not even stopped.
Ms. Sitharaman, please make your point.
I'll appreciate if you allow me to finish without interruption, and the anchors would please kindly enable the process.
Go ahead, please. Go ahead, Ms. Sitharaman. Please make your point quickly. Yeah.
See, the point is when you're talking about development for all, there's more time spent on looking into the BJP's list as to how many communities are represented and other things. We'll certainly do that after the exercise of distribution of ticket is over. But the moment is, at this moment I'd like to ask, if after Akhilesh Yadav took over Uttar Pradesh, let us, even in the assembly, the number of riots which have been accounted for touches somewhere near 200. And there is this audacity of thought where they are saying, oh, Mr. Modi has not apologized for Godhra 2002. Courts are going through, everybody's spoken about it. And now, when the tenure of Akhilesh Yadav continues, with 200 riots, communal, small and big tension riots, having taken place, look at your own credibility and look at your performance.
Okay, we're talking about Azamgarh now. Saba Naqvi, we can come to you. This choice of Azamgarh, now, despite what the Samajwadi Party is saying here tonight, Saba, despite what the SP is saying here tonight, is Azamgarh and the choice of Azamgarh not an attempt at polarizing votes? I mean, the Azamgarh has been a nerve center of minority politics even in the past. Everyone remembers Mulayam Singh asking for a judicial probe into the Batla House encounters where the terrorists that had been killed were in fact from Azamgarh. I mean, it's been a hotbed of minority politics, and by fielding the party supremo from there, is it not an attempt from the Samajwadi Party to polarize votes?
First of all, just let me give you one geography. It is very important for you to understand that Azamgarh is less than 100 kilometers from Varanasi.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is less than 100 kilometers from Varanasi. I also want to tell you the most important politician of the Azamgarh has been a gentleman who is a don with lots of charges against him called Ramakant Yadav, who has won repeatedly on SP and is now with the BJP. He is a don of that area. It is clearly there is a politics going on where Mr. Mulayam Singh Yadav has landed up in Azamgarh, which is something which I heard about from BJP sources that this is likely to happen. It's a very interesting tango that
are you hinting at a tacit understanding somewhere, Saba?
Mr. Mulayam Singh Yadav is facing a credibility. I'm not saying they have an understanding. I'm saying they expect to play a communal tango, even though Mr. Modi will carry on talking about development. But I just travelled in UP. At the ground level, the cadre, there is a lot of Sangh Parivar cadre over there. I travelled to Gonda, Basti, Faizabad, Barabanki. I have done the journey between Varanasi and Azamgarh on every election, and I will do it now. It is a very interesting stretch of Uttar Pradesh. Varanasi has obviously been chosen because of the symbolic importance and the fact that it cradles Bihar, Uttar Pradesh. There's even some conjunction with Madhya Pradesh. It is the Kashi Vishwanath issue. Even though Mr. Modi himself will carry on saying, I'm only for development, it is to give people a sense of Hinduness. Right. Similarly, Mr. Mulayam Singh Yadav is facing a huge credibility crisis. So he has gone to Azamgarh, which has been dominated by a criminal who has been...
Well, he's batted for all three parties. He's batted for three parties. Samajwadi Party, BSP and also the BJP, Saba Naqvi, as you're talking about Ramakant Yadav. But let's go across to Sudhindra Bhadoria. Is the BSP having a quiet laugh about it? Are you looking to score off the fight between the BJP and the Samajwadi Party, or have you already opted out of the race?
Or are you worried, yes, that the anti-Modi vote is going to be split?
I'm getting a chance after a long time, so let me just briefly say this.
that both Mulayam Singh and Modi are different sides of the same coin. And let me tell you that if Mr. Modi is responsible for the Gujarat riots and the death of hundreds of people over there, similarly Mulayam Singh Yadav is also responsible along with his son for the over 100 riots, along with the most heinous and the most brutal carnage that took place in Indian history recently in Muzaffarnagar, where over 1 lakh people were rendered homeless. Both are now trying to, the city of Azamgarh and Varanasi are adjacent to each other, fighting over there and trying to spread communal hatred in the rest of the state and across the North India is the design of these two people. Let me also say this. The city of Banaras is a city of Mahatma Buddha, where he first gave his preachings, and also the city of Sant Kabir Das, where he united both the Hindus and Muslims.
So what you're saying, Mr. Bhadoria, you're essentially saying what Saba Naqvi said, where the Samajwadi Party and the BJP are engaged in this communal tango as far as Azamgarh and Varanasi are concerned. If we can go across to C R Kesavan now, who stands to lose? If the votes in eastern Uttar Pradesh get completely polarized, who stands to lose the most? It's the Congress.
And is the Congress anywhere in the fray? Azamgarh you would give up because of reciprocatory courtesy, if I may say so. And what about Varanasi? You've not announced a candidate there too. So are you already out of the race in eastern Uttar Pradesh?
I think that's wishful thinking on your part. Let me start by saying this on two counts. One about why Narendra Modi ji is contesting Varanasi, and then coming back to Mulayam ji. See, everybody is touting. I saw on your news clip when the program started, there is a Narendra Modi ji wave in the country. And you know, he's such a symbol of unity. If there is a Narendra Modi ji wave in the country, why doesn't he contest from Muzaffarnagar Lok Sabha? If he's such a man of unity.
So if there is no wave, why is Mulayam Singh contesting from Azamgarh?
Leave alone, no.
Why is Congress hesitating to field a candidate?
If you let me complete.
Why is it hesitating to field a candidate from Varanasi?
If you let me complete, I can complete. Second point is, and we still hear that he's, you know, there are speculation that he may still contest from Gujarat. So that's fine. Having said that, my perplexing point is the BJP chief, who's a sitting MP from Ghaziabad, is running for cover. And he shifted his constituency. Let's leave aside that. Coming back to Mulayam ji, like you said, there is a reciprocatory gesture there, but I think one important point you're forgetting is the backlash for both the BJP and the SP in terms of the Muzaffarnagar riots, and that, I think that is why they're going as far as the way possible to, you know, eastern UP. I think nobody will forget the way, you know, as you mentioned, you know, Mr. Vishnu, you know,
not questioning anybody's political acumen here, Mr. Kesavan, you would understand that the eastern UP belt is very critical for all the parties. Because the wave happens, and when you want to garner maximum seats, you want to dominate that Purvanchal belt, and the effect will trickle into...
There is no wave here. Mulayam ji has always contested from Mainpuri, and I think, you know, the way the Safai Mahotsav happened in the Etawah district...
If there was no wave, why is Mulayam Singh coming to Azamgarh?
Better to have another
Why would he not continue to just contest from Mainpuri? It's been made very clear today by the Samajwadi Party that they're coming out there to Azamgarh because they want to stonewall Narendra Modi.
Please understand that there are 2 seats he's contesting. He's not left Mainpuri and come to, you know, Azamgarh.
Why hasn't he done that? And his communal politics is Mr. Mulayam Singh Yadav, and there is nothing new. It is the Samajwadi Party that has been fighting the communal politics of BJP. I was listening to Mrs. Sitharaman. I would just like to say, I don't know why she has such a strong objection if I have revealed the true figures from the list. Every party is entitled to scrutinize other parties' list. And
but why are you deciding that only a certain
Gujarat,
only people from certain factions will work for the development? If you are a political leader, will you not work for the development of the society on the whole? Who's trying to then polarize? Who is trying to then polarize? You elect a person expecting that person to rule, govern and work for that particular constituency. So how can you break them into caste, creed and religion? Why is the Samajwadi Party hell-bent on doing that?
Please. I'll tell you, the government has been working for upliftment of all communities and caste and religion it's not only about one community. But then when Gujarat elections came,
you are making it about one community.
Out of the 180 seats, not even a single person was minority. When it was UP assembly election,
why are you bothered about what's happening in Gujarat? Why can't you set matters right in Uttar Pradesh first and answer the questions? 200 plus riots in 2 years' time. What is the answer that the Uttar Pradesh government has to give? What is the answer Samajwadi Party has to give? All that is brushed under the carpet.
I will answer your question.
Why should somebody go ahead and vote for Mulayam Singh and not given? Why should somebody go ahead and vote for Samajwadi Party for more riots, is it? I ask you the simple question.
Yeah, I'll answer your question.
Can I?
Yes. In the parliament, the Home Minister answered that in Gujarat, in 2012, there have been 60 riots, and in 2030, there have been 61.
60, 61, 243
lives there.
243 in Uttar Pradesh. With you having 224 seats and ruling government, nobody asking questions, what have you done?
The population of Gujarat is, listen to me, can you allow me, the population of Gujarat is not even 1/3 of the state.
Don't give us population figures, I am asking you governance figures. I am asking you governance ability. Saba Naqvi, you have a point to make.
Yes, let's go across to Saba now, because that, you know, when this is not the point we're discussing here tonight, Mr. Bhatia. Saba, you wanted to come in. Saba?
If I can get a word in, I just want to say that it's but
Gaurav Bhatia, I'll come back to you.
You know, everybody has been, it's so pathetic that that parties, it's so pathetic that parties which want their leader to be a PM should carry on having comparative lists of riots. That's not the point right now. Yeah. Be very aware, Azamgarh is a seat dominated by a lot of Yadavs. Mulayam Singh Yadav is going to trying to break that. But there is another point here about the kind of...
Gaurav Bhatia, please let Saba Naqvi complete her point. Please let her make her point.
The SP has failed. No, there is a point. Look, the party that nobody is adequately... You have somebody from the Bahujan Samaj Party. The Azamgarh seat has been won twice by the Bahujan Samaj Party by combining the Dalit vote, which nobody talks about here. I think it adds up to about... there is a 25% scheduled caste vote if it combines with the Muslim vote. Why has Mr. Mulayam Singh Yadav gone running to Azamgarh? Because the Don of Azamgarh, who he has given a ticket to in the past, the Yadav Don, is standing from there, from the BJP. So he wants to make sure that the Yadav vote is split. It is really sort of a terrible tango. They are all, they put Muslims on the line with the pathetic way they chase that vote, when they are themselves have provided such a shocking misgovernance in that state. And they raise secularism. So Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, it is so pathetic to see you produce lists of riots here and riots there. Look at your own record.
Yes, Mr. Bhadoria. Gaurav Bhatia, I'll come to you in a bit. Just wait on a bit. Sudhindra Bhadoria, go ahead, please.
Who came forward?
There's a history behind us.
He took
in 1992, they raised the slogan that Babri hui hamari hai, Mathura Kashi ki bari hai. So that is why they have come to Kashi, Banaras, because it is from here they want to continue their own agenda of hatred, of communal hatred, and also
1, 2, 3, 4, all four on the screen are talking about polarizing votes. Who's talking about development? Who's talking about good governance?
Making political
that proves the point of the debate, isn't it, Ms. Sitharaman?
People of UP understand.
See, they may make any amount of, or any number of attempts. We are repeatedly raising questions of meeting aspirations of the young, trying to reach out to people, and how many ever times Mr. Bhatia would quote that statistics of 61 or 62 riots. Last 10 years in Gujarat, you've seen complete peace, as opposed to the 2 years of Sri Akhilesh Yadav's government in Uttar Pradesh, with ultimately there we go, interruption. Hold on. In the last 2 years, you have seen a precipitation of violence, communal violence, resulting in lakhs of people sitting outside of their houses in the cold winter.
And therefore,
no attempt to shift the debate to Gujarat
that you were
will help.
Mr. Sangeet Som, Mr. Suresh Rana.
I have
These MLAs belong to your party, Mr.
I will answer, Mr. Bhatia.
And you were felicitating them.
Who was the man who was in governance? Who was the man who was supposed to be?
I think it is a very important question. Why don't you answer that question?
Which government was in power in Uttar Pradesh? Which government should have stepped in to stop it?
Yes.
Which government should be answerable for the death of more than 33 people in the relief camps?
Can I?
Post the riots, what happened in the relief camps?
Would you just hold on for a minute, Mr. Bhatia? Mr. Bhatia, your favorite 3 questions, which is always asked in every program about BJP, I will keep answering them any number of times.
And they have never been answered also.
You have only given
us... strange. Yes.
That is the problem, no? You don't allow us to answer. You go on interrupting for fear that I will ask you a question on Azamgarh. You're scared that I'll ask you a question on Azamgarh.
Gaurav Bhatia will take your response immediately after this.
Azamgarh doesn't hold good at all.
We're going to go into a very short break right now. We continue this discussion on the other side. Gaurav Bhatia, we'll get your response first on the other side of this short break. Welcome back to the news. Our Mulayam Singh Yadav will be contesting from both Mainpuri as well as Azamgarh. Political pundits are questioning whether it's an attempt to polarize votes in eastern Uttar Pradesh. Gaurav Bhatia, your response to that?
Yeah, I just wanted to emphasize, and I'll be grateful if I am not interrupted, that the question that we are raising is very important, but I think either I am not being able to, communicate properly, or it's being ignored by everyone. The question is of development and growth, and it has to be inclusive. And time and again, elections have shown that when it comes to representation of the minority community, be it the assembly elections in UP or Gujarat or the 5 states that went for poll last year, the minorities are completely ignored when they have 17 or 18% of population in India. How can we believe that the idea that they're trying to sell?
Who is Gaurav Bhatia of the Samajwadi Party to speak for minorities?
I am a citizen of this country.
Have you taken take of the minority vote?
Why can't I
It is the Thekedari. No, I object to this. The Samajwadi Party thinks it's taking Thekedari of the minority vote.
I am sorry.
You have played enough games with the minority vote.
Have any Thekedari.
If there is, no, let me finish what I'm saying. No, you think you have taken Thekedari of the minority vote?
You interrupted in between.
You have created a situation where the BJP is growing.
If you interrupt,
then
I also object to that. You better listen to it.
No,
just because you belong to some
I'm just saying, don't talk so much about minority rights. Look what you did in Muzaffarnagar.
And I will
look how you manage Muzaffarnagar.
It is my right to talk about a fellow citizen.
Leave the minorities alone. Don't pretend to be saving the minorities.
No, I am concerned.
Leave them alone. They will look out for themselves better than get people like you. Running around them to get votes.
The good thing is that you are not the Supreme Court and you are not the Constitution of the party.
Gaurav Bhatia, there is a reason why Saba Naqvi is upset with you and the Samajwadi Party. Gaurav Bhatia, please listen. There is a reason why Saba Naqvi is taking exception to the comments that you are making, because the Samajwadi Party's actions don't speak as loud as their words as far as working for the inclusive development of the people of Uttar Pradesh is concerned. Because if that was the case, then we wouldn't have had these heartless comments made by Mulayam Singh Yadav.
शर्म करो भाई, शर्म करो. रोज आके riots के list पढ़ते हो.
If we please, why do we have to hear sermons from you?
No,
that's all you have.
The Messiah of the minority.
Gaurav Bhatia, please hold on. Saba Naqvi, please wait.
Who are you?
Mr. Gaurav
Bhatia,
who
are you?
I've covered enough. I've covered UP longer than you've been around, Mr. Bhatia. I've covered elections in UP. I know all your leaders. I just interviewed Accusations.
Gaurav Bhatia, please hold on.
Your chief
Saba Naqvi, and Gaurav Bhatia, please calm down.
I have greater
experience in politics
than you have.
Let's come back to the issue rather than getting personal.
And I've been completely disgusted by the way your party operates.
Saba Naqvi and Gaurav Bhatia, I'm going to request you now. Please, I'm going to be assertive now. I've had enough of requesting. Let's make this about the issue, not get personal.
Don't try to make minorities afraid.
Please, Saba Naqvi, you've made your point. You've made your point. Let's go to our other guests. Gaurav Bhatia, please calm down. Let's go to Mr. Kesavan and Sudhindra Bhadoria. Yes, Mr. Kesavan, you had a point to make. We'll go to Sudhindra Bhadoria in a bit. Gaurav Bhatia, please calm down. Yes, Mr. Kesavan.
Can I please? I just want to say this. We're talking about Modi ji coming from Gujarat to UP and trying to send a message to the country. I just want to ask, when the Muzaffarnagar riots happened, did he express any sympathy? I don't even find one statement expressing sympathy or distress or feeling bad about it. Second thing, when the UP government miserably failed, and even in the rehabilitation camps, when 34 poor children died, bitter cold, when the chief secretary said, even in Siberia people don't die, even then did Mr. Modi express any
what did the Congress do about it?
Angst at this?
What did the Congress do about it?
No, and
you have the government, Samajwadi Party has given you outside support, and you did not be overtly critical, because at that time support of the Samajwadi Party at the center to keep the UPA government afloat was imperative. That is why you did not. The way you have been berating the Gujarat government and Mr. Narendra Modi over the last 12 years, what are the decibel levels that the Congress has raised against the Samajwadi Party government for the 240
I'm not talking about Gujarat. I'm not bringing in Gujarat. I am not talking about.
You are bringing in Mr. Modi.
Not asking
I am asking you, what has the Congress done?
Regret for Gujarat.
What has the Congress done?
Talking about
has
UP.
it given the UP government a rap on the knuckles, or has it kept quiet because its support was critical for the UPA to stay afloat in the centre in those critical times?
The Home Ministry sent a clear message.
No, but
what message did they send? What action did they take, sir?
How they pulled up the government, please.
They have not pulled up the government till date.
It's a state government, sir. It's a federal
when you could do it, you have not done it.
Setup. Please.
Let me make
it's a federal setup.
What the Home
now it's a federal setup. Now it becomes a federal setup. But in case of Gujarat, it's a different, paradigm altogether. That is what something that is. It was political compulsions, wasn't it, Mr. Kesavan? Political compulsions in the centre, wasn't it, Mr. Kesavan? That is why so far. Why is reciprocatory courtesy being extended as far as constituencies of Rai Bareli, Amethi, and Azamgarh are concerned? If that is the case, if the Congress takes strong opposition to what the Samajwadi Party government has done in UP, why these courtesies are being extended?
Please read my words.
Why is everybody patting each other on their back?
We hold the Gujarat government.
No. This doesn't work. This argument doesn't work because every time you point a finger at the opposition, there are three pointing back at you and your allies.
We are saying
that is the issue, sir.
The SP is equally responsible for Nuzafar as well as Gujarat. Modi is responsible for Gujarat.
You just make a statement like that and get away with it. But what are you doing concrete when you had the ability to do it at the center?
We are not getting away with anything.
Mr. Bhadoria wants to come in. Mr. Bhadoria.
Not at all, please.
You see, both Mr. Modi and Mr. Mulayam Singh Yadav are now trying to spread this whole communal venom. At the time of the hustings, the whole year round, and in the past they keep quiet. They have no problem whatever happens. He did not even go and shed a single tear in Muzaffarnagar. And the other person who said that there are people, there are no relief in the relief camp, there are no refugees, this is all a humbug.
Mr. Bhadoria, please, my question to you is, what is the BSP? How is the BSP any different from the Samajwadi Party and the Congress and any of the other parties?
Yes,
is the
I will
BSP,
answer that.
The first word that you uttered when you came on the Newshour tonight was trying to pander and cater to a particular section of the vote share that you're trying to garner. Are you talking about Uttar Pradesh? Is the BSP overall talking about a vision for Uttar Pradesh? Is it talking about, or is it talking, and is it working towards winning over certain communities? You are also doing the same job of polarizing. You are also trying to split the votes and try and cash in.
4 times when she has been the chief minister. Let me answer it. In 4 times when she has been the chief minister of Uttar Pradesh, there has been no communal right. She is the only person when she is the chief minister.
Then why was she voted out of power? Why was she voted out of power? If you are promising good governance, why was she voted? Why was she routed in these elections?
And Mr. Modi, when they are leading their respective states, that you see this plight of the minority community and the marginalized social section.
All right, Ms. Sitharaman,
not backing your claims with facts,
Nirmala Sitharaman, if we can come back to you on that. You know what Saba Naqvi has said tonight, and what the BSP is also saying is essentially the same thing, that this is an attempt, Varanasi for Modi and Azamgarh for Mulayam Singh, is an attempt by these two parties to completely polarize the votes in eastern Uttar Pradesh, because they stand to gain the most if that happens. What do you say to that?
I've answered that question even in the first round, that these are the very people who spoke that Narendra Modi is only a leader of Gujarat, he can't stand anywhere else. Now he's chosen a place, he's come to contest. Now there is an objection of a different kind, that is answered. But there are few points which have been raised, and I would want to very quickly respond to them. If they are repeatedly talking about Gujarat, I'll tell you, Sachar committee data has been applied at various levels in Gujarat, and it is proved that in Gujarat's administration, the minority community stand to gain and also perform much better than anywhere else. And this is not an argument which BJP is placing. Based on that, the Prime Minister's office under Dr. Manmohan Singh has rewarded Gujarat for best performance. None of the Congress states which are shedding, the crocodile tears for the minorities could perform half as well as Gujarat.
Right.
Okay.
One thing. Second, about Azamgarh, about
Yes.
Muzaffarnagar, you are telling us, oh, nobody spoke and we didn't even respond. Mr. Rajnath Singh wanted to go to the camps. The Samajwadi Party government stopped him, whereas they had a red carpet welcome for even a relief camp visit by Mrs. Sonia Gandhi. And when Mrs. Sonia Gandhi went there, she only attended some of the relief camps belonging to a certain community, but nobody else were affected by the riots, and she couldn't even go condole the others.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
clearly, Congress party is
ladies and gentlemen,
politics.
we have to wind up this debate.
Here,
But it is out there for everyone.
They could have just withdrawn.
I would like to respond to Mrs. Sitharaman's comment.
Well, all right. Quick 30 seconds, Mr. Gaurav Bhatia. We've got to wind up the debate. Paucity of time. Paucity of time. So quickly, sir.
Forgetting that when Mr. Rajnath Singh decided to visit the Muzaffarnagar city, it was during the riots, and we stopped them because we wanted to first control the riots. After that, there were few months, and no BJP leader, Mr. Rajnath Singh, never even tried to visit the camp after that.
Right. Again, it started. The debate started, and the agenda is very clear.
Anand Narasimhan.
Yes,
So
Ms.
Anand
Sitharaman.
Narasimhan, there's just one question which you said. No, Anand Narasimhan,
Yes,
let me
Mr.
remind you as an anchor
When your
that you
leader
asked
says,
before
Mr.
the closure for the
Subramanian
break.
Swamy says
No,
that-
just a minute.
Yes, Ms.
Just a
Sitharaman. We've
minute,
got to
Anand,
wind up quickly,
the
please.
other
Yes.
lady anchor.
The SP controlled the riots as well
before
as
the
Mr.
break-
Modi did in Gujarat.
Before the break, you assured me that the Samajwadi Party spokesperson will answer the question that I raised on Azam Khan. He is avoiding that topic. He
Well, they
doesn't
are
want to
avoiding.
speak about it.
The Samajwadi Party has been avoiding a lot of questions, just like the other parties too, Ms. Sitharaman. We have to wind up because this is not over. This is not over. As we build up to the elections, the strategy of every party is only going to get more clear, and the fight for Uttar Pradesh is only going to get uglier because it is going to be more and more polarized. Come what you may say, however you might want to put it, that is the intention of all the parties who are in the fray in Uttar Pradesh and also for 2014. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us on the News Hour this evening.